here in Pittsburgh.
Yes,
3 days, and you have some stories to share about this. So go ahead and talk about your the skin that you had a problem with.
Yes, 7 months ago, I woke up one morning with a rash, and the rash was on the left ilium, and it was all over the left ilium in patches, from the iliac crest down several inches. Now, it didn't bother me so much when the rash was present, but after several weeks, the rash went away, but it left marks on my skin, and those marks on my skin and across the iliac crest.
So it was all along here,
all along my yes.
Yeah, that's
from
typical
the back to the front.
of shingles infection, right? That's typical.
I have had shingles since I was 10 many, many times.
Mm-hmm.
This one was not the same as I have ever had.
Okay.
So I don't know.
But the pain was there for sure.
The pain was there after the rash left.
And how long have you had that pain?
Well, it was 7 months ago
7 months.
that it appeared. And it left me with shadowy patches on the skin, and you can press into the tissue and it would be so painful. And I had to learn to live with it because I really did not want to take the medication that was assigned to me, and nothing else seemed to work, topical kinds of things or natural kinds of things. And so I just lived with it. And you used me as a demonstration on the skin protocol, and I felt much, much better, but didn't realize how much until the next morning when I'm pressing into the tissue and there's no pain. And even the patches of the skin tone have lightened up.
Yeah. So that took just a few minutes, right?
That took a few minutes. Within a minute or two, by the time you did the ones that looked at the one side and did the other side, it was, yes, it was totally different.
Yeah. So tell us about the
I have had 2 hip replacements, and one was 2 years ago, one was a year ago. And the hardware in my hip seemed to be doing okay, but somehow with all the physical therapy and work that has been done, the soft tissue still had a lot of problems in it. If I was getting out of bed, getting out of a chair, getting out of a car, standing up, I would have to center myself before I could navigate. And I've noticed that when this class started, I was very creaky getting out of a chair to move across the room. And the last 2 days, I find myself, oh my goodness, I'm getting out of this chair and going to another part of the room with no problems.
Yeah.
And getting out of bed in the morning, usually it's till mid-morning after I get my shower and I'm on my way a bit that things start to loosen up. And I can get out of bed now and be on my way, and it is just wonderful.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories like that.
Have you?
Oh yeah. People's had these hip replacements or knee replacements, and they're kind of creaky, and even after they finished, months of physical therapy, they're still creaky, or it could be even years. And we do a little bit of NRT, and they just like, oh, I'm like I used to be, back long before the replacements, when things were better.
When you say it changes your life, it certainly does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing your story
Thank you.
today.